Yo yo yo, what's up motherfuckers? Who is excited for a Pac-Man World remake? We assume a lot of you, but that doesn't include ourselves. We hate to break it to you folks, but this remake does not live up to our standards, so therefore it's a failure. Before you let fire onto that torch, let us explain. Before we even knew about this remake, we already had the ideal way of remaking old games like this one. Yes, we do like that this game is being remade from scratch, but what we don't like is how they're remaking only the first game, but not the sequels. Our ideal way of bringing these games back is by creating a brand new engine to remake each game. We think Nintendo should have done the same for their Mario 3D All-Stars compilation, while including the original versions of the games as well. We know that could be more complicated, but if you want to live to our standards, then that's what you need to do. Besides, we assume the reason these companies refuse to give you more in the fashion that we would like is because they want you to buy each game individually so they can gain more money. If people knew how to talk with their wallets, then maybe we would have had more already. From what we can tell, this remake already raises a few red flags. The most notorious one being the lack of every 80s kid's favorite Pac chick, Miss Pac-Man. Sorry, but trying to replace an iconic character from an iconic game with this compromise of a character just doesn't work for us. We don't care if she doesn't represent the chicks of nowadays that are addicted to a man's portable invention and making money shaking their goodies online or by playing Pokemon. Those females stink compared to Miss Pac-Man. Maybe that is why Pac-Murray hasn't being seen outside of a Pac store. And yes, we are aware that Miss Pac-Man is an annoying fun ruining slot, but she was still a good housekeeper that would cook good food with love, instead of asking for McDonald's food in order to have food for dinner. She is also not too shabby when it comes to activities involving action. No matter how much Namco and Pac-Man creator Toru Iwatani hate Miss Pac-Man, both the game and the character, you cannot deny that replacing her for a quick fix to the whole Act Games incident is just bad. This Pac-Man character will never be able to compare when it comes to having a legacy. Hashtag time. Save Miss Pac-Man. That is not the only complaint we have though. Just look at the downgraded character models like Tockman. This model will never be able to compare to the 3D model from the original Pac-Man world. That model was pleasantly complex, it had a bit of a scary and imposing look, and it does show the foreshadowing of what Tockman actually is. This new model looks like something that was made in the same fashion cars are made. The game also spoils the game, even when it hasn't been released yet, if you can even believe that. In the original game, you didn't know exactly who the kidnappers were, and that was more fun than just flat out showing them on screen. The game is probably going to be an overall mixed bag. There is things that seem like an improvement, but there is definitely questionable changes as well. We are most likely not going to bother with this remake, sorry loving and hate happy folks, but we mostly don't give a baby Pac-Man poopy diaper about this. If you want to play proper Pac-Man World with a few enhancements, then just play the original PS1 game on an emulator. Set the game to widescreen, since this game is unique because it has widescreen support. And then, try to see if you can overclock the game so it runs at 60 frames per second. We don't think it's a great idea though, because this can also mess with the collision detection, and it could also make a lot of objects have a faster movement behavior. We don't understand why no one has done a patch so you can enjoy the game at 60 FPS. Oh, and try to get the Japanese PS1 release, because the Japanese releases of the Pac-Man World games were made easier. So that way, you won't be yelling at your monitor or smartphone, because Anubis Rex has way too many obstacles and so on. So with all of that said, we'll sign off with these last words. Puck that Pac boy, Pac sees, be doomed. And Pac mum can suck a Pac banana after collecting it and then get gangbanged by ghosts. The true Pac family will always be Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Baby Pac-Man, and Junior Pac-Man. OG Pac family for life motherfuckers, and up games, puck you with your cheap USB blast crap.